Today, from Toronto, Canada, it's a special Christmas Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Toronto Thunderbirds taking on the Memphis Steamers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with their opponents. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Toronto ball club as they enter play here. They've been cooking these last couple months. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Tyson. He hits Baldwin right side. The numbers for Baldwin last week: 6 catches, 71 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Throwing on first down. Tyson got a man, and it's Baldwin again. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Come on, dog!
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tyson, and that's knocked away and incomplete. And his kick is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Looking to throw. Dixon. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On first down, Dixon. He completes it to Tate. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll run on first down. Hobbs. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
2nd and 12. Back to throw. Dixon. He finds his man. Complete. That's Ramsey. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Dixon. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Dixon. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off. Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Dixon. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Hobbs. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers. Touchdown! It's complete. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Thunderbirds have taken the lead.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Off play action. Tyson.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after here coming up. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense.
And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Dixon.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dixon. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Dixon. Forced out to his left. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. After one, a 14-3 ball game. So they bring out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not...
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of it. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Dixon. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
On 3rd down, Dixon on the move to his left. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down now, it's Lions. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Tyson got his man complete over the middle. That's Baldwin. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Looking to throw. Tyson got a man. It's Patterson, complete. Back to throw again.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is Hillman with it. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Lucas. And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Lucas. On second down, it's Lions. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Dixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. On 1st and 10, Dixon. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
To throw on 2nd down, Dixon. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Dixon. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now?
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tyson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Back to throw. Tyson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Dixon. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll give him 4 yards there, and they're going to have a 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you at home as we take you around the NFL on this 25th day of December. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, They'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
To throw on second down, Dixon finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Come on, Nat.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now a give right side. Hobbs, not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Dixon, pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Yeah, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They'll keep it on the ground. Lions. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he's got his big tight end here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On 2nd down now, it's Lions. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Operating from the gun, Tyson. High throw, but he makes the catch. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Lions, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Tyson over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. From the gun, Tyson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead is down to 10 now at 16-6. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dixon. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramsey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Dixon. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on first down. Tyson firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. On second down, it's Lions. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 3rd and 2, Tyson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, Lions. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Tyson, and that'll be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Tyson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 4th down, Tyson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanket in the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Dixon. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. On first down, Dixon rolling to his left. And he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And some room to work. There he goes right side. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point forthcoming. And he's got him back within a field goal now. It's 16-13. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dixon. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dixon. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush. On 1st and 10, Dixon. He finds his man, complete. That's Bush.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw on 2nd down, Dixon.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, That's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ramsey. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Looking to throw. Dixon. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Over the middle, complete. It's Bush. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Tyson. He finds Hillman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Tyson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tyson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully. One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Tyson. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. 7 yards, the pickup there. On 2nd down now, it's Lyons. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Throwing on 1st down, Tyson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup there. To throw on 2nd down, Tyson.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back to throw. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PA. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's going the other way. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 40. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. First down, a run with Smallwood. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Going right back to Smallwood. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the home team here, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.